Good morning. This is Kellerland on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
We expect an update this morning on the investigation into a deadly hit-and-run crash in northwest Sioux Falls we first told you about Saturday morning.
It happened just after 3:30 a.m. when first responders were called to West Innovation Street and North Career Avenue, north of Southeast Technical College. Police say a woman who was found on the road died at the scene.
Police say no suspect vehicle was nearby. They say poor weather conditions limited their investigation. Anyone with information should call Crime Stoppers or Metro Communications.
We'll live stream this morning's police briefing on KELLERLAND.com for any new information about the investigation beginning at 10:30.
Another woman is dead following a crash on Interstate 229 in Sioux Falls Saturday afternoon. The Highway Patrol says a 22-year-old woman from Sioux Falls was taking an on-ramp going south onto Interstate 29 when she lost control of her vehicle.
Highway Patrol says she entered the westbound ditch, then collided with a tree. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Troopers say she was wearing a seatbelt.
Police have arrested a suspect in connection with a suspicious death in Yankton. 19-year-old Theodore Craning Jr. is charged with second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter.
The investigation started Friday morning when officers responding to a welfare check in the 1000 block of Walnut Street. Police say an officer attempted life-saving measures on an unresponsive person but was unable to revive them.
You're asked to contact the Yankton Police Department at the number on your screen if you have any information. Now let's head over to the KELLERLAND Live Doppler Storm Center to get a look at this morning's weather. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, Perry. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at warming temperatures today with increasing wind speeds. Wind gusts 30 near 40 miles per hour will be possible by this afternoon, but the sunshine will return for many today. We'll have a high of 40 in Sioux Falls, 41 Pierre, 43 Rapid City, and 34 in Aberdeen. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The Pennington County Sheriff's Office will have its first ever warrant holiday this week. Anyone with a warrant can have the regular $25 fee waived between 7 and 9 a.m. today.
All you have to do is go to the first floor warrants window at the Public Safety Building in Rapid City. The Sheriff's Office says this is a chance for people with warrants to get a clean slate heading into the new year.
The McCrossin Boys Ranch will be celebrating a major milestone this week when it holds its grand opening for some new additions to the high school and middle school.
Students are now using the new art room and science classroom as part of the expansion. They also have a new gymnasium with school colors.
A lot of people don't realize that this is an accredited high school. We have 2 sports teams that compete in a conference with the State High School Athletic Association, track and cross country.
McCrossin is also building a new track and athletic field in the northwest corner of its campus.
There's going to be a grand opening for the new facilities this Thursday at 4:30 p.m.
Nonprofits around Sioux Falls are still looking for donations.
One of those organizations is McCrossin Boys Ranch that has set up Trees for Hope throughout Sioux Falls. Each tree contains tags with gift ideas.
We are getting close to our goal, but we're not quite there. We still have, a decent amount of tags out there on those trees. And so if you're out holiday shopping, you can pick up, a tag. We have kind of tags on the trees that are in every price level.
We also checked in with the Sioux Falls JCs. The nonprofit says they are on track to hitting their goal of serving 450 to 500 families. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Good morning, Brian.
All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Today's weather forecast, 30s for the most part. Wind too out of the west. Northwest at 20 to 35 miles per hour. So we'll deal with those issues today. I think for the most part, though, it's dry and quite a bit of sunshine actually is in the forecast, at least partly cloudy conditions. The northeast, you'll have the thickest clouds that direction. Forecast lows tonight. Well, we're going to drop back. It looks like holding steady in the low 30s this evening and then 20s, teens and 20s overnight. Let's see what happens on radar tomorrow. I'm interested to see a little disturbance zipping through. It may start in the northwest in the morning, and then it'll drop to the southeast in places like Pierre, Huron, Brookings, kind of Highway 14. Let's see if we end up with at least a good coating of snow tomorrow. an inch or two could develop in a swath there. Sioux Falls at this point is not involved in the so-called heavier snow, which really isn't all that heavy to begin with, but even a ½ an inch of snow is not impossible for Sioux Falls to get. So let's just keep an eye on that track of that as we get into Tuesday. If it does shift any farther south, obviously be a bigger deal for Sioux Falls. If, however, it goes north, then it's going to pull it even more out of the Sioux Falls area. So that's what we're going to watch there. This is the map kind of dictating this, and you can see most of these numbers are under 1 inch. There is that narrower band, though, maybe Pierre, possibly Huron and Brookings, where things are just enhanced a little bit. Now, again, that's tomorrow's weather. Fast forward to Wednesday night and Thursday. We do have another Clipper system on the way. Now, if you know much about Alberta Clippers usually bring a bump in the temperature ahead of them, and then it can get cold and windy on the backside. Typically, snow accumulation will occur to the left of the storm track. So if we look at that low pressure track, if it comes down through Aberdeen and maybe it gets down to Sioux Falls there on Thursday, it's probably going to produce accumulating snow in Fargo, down I-94 to the Twin Cities. Now, if anything changes on the storm track and that gets pushed a little farther west, well, then we'll have to slide some more snow chances in here. We do have some of that in our 7-day for both Sioux Falls and Aberdeen. I would tug this into western Minnesota a little bit more. So if you're watching us that direction, keep an eye on it. Look at these temperatures, too. Behind it with all the wind, Thursday will be dropping, and then we're seeing lots of single digits up toward Bismarck. In fact, some sub-zero weather. Yep, and we'll get a taste of this. We're going to get some sub-zero wind chills probably Friday night into Saturday. So we're not done with some cold yet. 40 today, Sioux Falls. Your forecast, that west wind. That's the warmest day of the work week here. We're 32 tomorrow with chances of snow at 50%. Dry on Wednesday. It's a little cooler at 25. I'd like to bump up the temperature on Thursday in response to that Clipper. And once the wind switches to the northwest, that is going to run, I bet, at least 40 miles per hour on Thursdays. So get ready for that. And then, of course, that sets up the cold weather on Friday and Saturday. Aberdeen and the Northeast, probably a little better chance of snow on Thursday. And travelers, kind of keep that in mind toward Fargo and the Twin Cities. There's going to be more snow with that Clipper on Thursday. It will be colder, but it's mid to late December, so it should get cold once in a while again, and we will see that. Pierre, you're not quite as chilly at the end of the week. I think we'll still hold in the 20s for highs on Friday and Saturday. Chance of snow is not real great for Thursday. It's there at 20%. I would actually buy more into tomorrow. Maybe Pierre could get an inch of snow out of this little system. Even Rapid City, a little snow touch there on Tuesday. Mid-40s, though, return on Thursday as the Clipper rolls through. A lot more about that online at KELOLAND.com.